All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to another TNS Bosses Inc. Right now, we got DS the Prophet 24 with us with the boss with us right now. We got some information for you guys. Got a couple of Jews to help you guys out. This is what we do. We try to bring information to you guys. And some stuff that people we don't know about, some stuff that me and the boss we don't know about. We try to bring information to you guys. But first of all, I want to say what's up to the boss. What's up, boss?
How you guys doing? Good morning, good evening. Just welcome to the channel. This is not your typical video. This is nothing about no crypto, but it's information that you need to know, and thank God for DS the Prophet. He gonna put us up on game of what we really need to know. Like what I'm saying? We can't be sleeping out here. Okay. So these are the information that we need to know. So let's get to it.
Yeah. First of all, I want the Prophet to introduce himself to the people. Say what's up to the people, sir.
How y'all doing today? You know what I'm saying? I know it's nighttime and all that, but how y'all doing? I mean, my name is DS the Prophet. You know what I'm saying? Basically, do music, writer, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do all the entrepreneur things as well as the crypto. You know what I'm saying? We all in together, we all the family doing this together, but basically gotta let information that's not being told, to us get out as well too. So, we already know about the crypto, so now we about to learn about something else, that's a little more deep, but definitely, just here. But me, originally from New York, moved down to Miami, met the boss, staying T Money over there, you already know. We was just, just getting everything together, as far as, working, and met him on the job and stuff, and ever since then we've been family. That's my little bro, and we just, doing this, and I see everybody on pace right now doing everything, so I just wanted to show love and spread a message and get things out.
No doubt. So, Prophet, what we talking about today? Because I know people, interested for the information. So, we wanted to get that knowledge. So what we talking about today, sir?
Well, we basically talking about the government hidden agenda, and if you don't know what the hidden agenda is, it's called. Well, I was basically just saying the rest was that the government is ran off of Martin law, meaning that that's like the old law that they used to have over the seas when trading and trading goods between different countries and commerce and stuff like that back in the days. So that law never changed. All they did was apply it to the corporation, and the corporation is the USA. So when they made, when Christopher Columbus and then went and slaughtered all the people and all that other shit, it made it, they went and took over the land and took the Indians and made that land into a corporation and brought their laws from England and everywhere else. Well, basically England laws, because the laws that we have right now are England laws. All it is just probably a switch between gold and silver and paper money. That's not worth nothing. But we're gonna get into that.
We'll get into that.
You're saying like the US of A is a corporation, is what you're saying.
Yeah, the US of A is a corporation, and the money that we so-called money is not worth anything. So once you realize that there's no money, because back in the days, the money was the gold and the silver. Gold and the silver was really the money of the USA. You know what I'm saying? But they changed it. I don't actually know exactly when they changed it, but they changed it maybe in the 1800s from being gold standard to fiat standard. And fiat standard is what we on now. That's the paper money that we call paper, where it's not worth nothing. But let me get into the Strawman and how everything incorporates into this.
Hey, let me get into it. Yeah, let me get into it right now, guys. You ready for the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna rock a video. It's about 5 minutes, but we're gonna just listen up, pay attention, guys. We got it.
government. It loves you and wants to keep you safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court costs easier for you. How? Well, you'll need to meet your Strawman. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oops-a-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, strawman's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well, then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new strawman for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state. And if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? Then it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you, but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead, and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man, or legal personality, is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy. Would you like to know more? Well, then go over to tpuc.org. Get up, get informed, and get real.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, Strawman is a real person, but it's not a real person.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
you know, you basically are the straw man, but you don't know that you're the straw man. So now, basically, what I was about to say with the Martine law, how they conduct it, it's like your mom's is carrying you in the water. So basically, the Martine law is basically ships. It was basically the laws was for the ships. So when you're transporting cells and stuff like that, that's how they look at your mother. Your mother is a transporter. She's bringing you to the dock.
Mm.
So you're on the seas. She's carrying you in the water. The water, you're in water in birth. Coming down the canal, water canal. That's the birth canal.
Mm.
Once you had the birth canal, then you're docking. That's like, you know, when you used to work at your job, you know what I'm saying? The shipment is coming in, the truck bringing in. What happened? They dock it. Okay, they dock it. You get the manifesting paper, let you know what's on the truck. Oh, okay. This is this, size, time, weight, everything is on it. Same thing. That's your birth certificate. So when you dock in marine law and government, you're docking at the hospital. So the hospital is your docking station. And when we are called citizens, but they consider the mother the citizenship because she's bringing you to the dock. So she's a citizen repping her citizenship. So basically, that's how they think as far as, you know, bringing you and across to the ocean. So basically, like I used to ask questions, what was the biggest thing back in the days? You know, the biggest business, the biggest money maker for a corporation, business, anything. It was trade. But not only was it was trade and slavery, because trade always led to, you know, money. You know, I trade you this, you trade me that. This right here. I get this slave, you get this slave. You pick some cotton. Bow. Oh, I'll some peanuts. I'll give you this for your peanuts. And it was always a trade. Everything was always money. You know what I'm saying? So America, not only did they make money off of the trading, they figured, well, slavery is a big business for us. Why would we stop it? You know, hundreds of years. Not talking about only did they make that plan bigger, but they built on it. You know, they added more pieces to it. The government and all the, you know, saying the founding fathers, man, they used brains. We talking about hundreds and hundreds of Masonic people who was thinking outside the box. We not talking about now. They was thinking about future times, 100 years from now, how this shit gonna be ran. You understand? So when everything was set up, they basically set it up to make it an illusion. So yeah, we'll give you free rights. We'll give you this, we'll give you that. But you're not really getting that because they're actually making you a part of their corporation. Now, when I said your birth certificate and your social all goes back. Now, let me let you know the USA is a corporation. It is a business. It is a Walmart. All right. So, you know, Walmart have other chains underneath it. Or if you want to say a bigger business, say let me see. I'm just trying to think outside the box, but you know, just say like if you had stocks, say, you know what I'm saying, you had a corporation, an umbrella with just different stocks underneath. That's what the corporation is. So your DMV is a corporation. Your Social Security is a corporation. Your FBI is a corporation. These are all different businesses inside of the USA. These are all money makers. These are all making money for them, but that's just their own entity. So when the US to sign you over, when you get signed over to the corporation, they make you a corporation too. So that is how your Strawman is made, because
So when you say sign, what do you mean sign over? You talking about like when your parents sign a birth certificate?
Yes. When your parents sign a birth certificate and apply for a Social Security card, they are applying you into the corporation of the USA. That's they don't know that. And the reason why it's set up that way is because the corporation makes money off of our blood, sweats, and tears. So we are in debt. The US is in debt forever. There's no way they're getting out of debt, right? The money is not worth nothing. So the only thing that's worth something is the people that live here. Because y'all gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So you're banking off of sweat and tears. So when they say you born, they're using you as collateral to a debt. Meaning that this person, and by 18, is going to start making money for us. You know what I'm saying? So you look at how many babies was born in 1 year. You know, how many, you know, how much they calculate off of it. That's why they put money in, when I was meaning when you do your, you know, when I told you put in the savings thing to see what your account come up, you see they put money in it because you are an investment to them, even though their money is not worth nothing. You understand? Because you are the money. The banks, you are the bank. Without you, there wouldn't be a bank. And the only reason why the bank make money is because the bank is taking your signature and selling it for other information. Now, people don't understand how deep that goes. This is why the straw man is created. So you won't know that this is happening because they blind you with making a capital name, thinking that this is you, but it's not you. Because in paper, everything in court or anything done in court is done through paper. A U.S. citizen, or what do they say, citizen, we not even call it, but a real person, a human person, is not supposed to be in court at all. If you ever read books, and I'm gonna give y'all books like the Black Law Dictionary, you know what I'm saying? That book right there lets you know about legal needs. And remember when I was in the straw man, then it said legal needs. That's a whole nother language that we don't even know about. Well, you know, I know some of it because I've been studying it. But the words that we use is represented in a different term in court. So when you think you're saying something, you're basically saying the opposite of something else in legal needs. So the straw man is basically a representative of the corporation. So of the corporation, if you have a business, every business have to pay taxes. Okay. Now, you don't have to pay taxes because if you're not the straw man, the name itself is a corporation. That's just like Walmart. When you look at Walmart, everything is in capital. Or you see Walmart, that's Walmart. That's your name. You know, whatever your name is in capital. That's your corporation. So they got money put into it, and you're going to be paying taxes because you are considered a corporation in the eyes. So when I say, yeah, and that's why it goes so deep when people say like, yo, nah, this ain't real. No, it's real because they're going to make you think like this is real shit, like this is supposed to be happening, but they're not telling you the stipulations of what's really going on in the background.
So what's up? So is this applies to people who's like live in other countries and they come over here and you know, try to get a green card or whatever. So they automatically in that too, or
I mean, now when you apply for a social security card, that is the same thing. Same things as apply. Same things as apply. Once you apply for a social security card, and you are now you become a citizen. Now, green card, I'm not really too much. I'll do a little more information on it as far as green card. But once you apply for a social security and become a citizen, they create a bond for you in that social security. Now, as far as your birth certificate, I'm not sure how that works. I don't know what country you coming from or what countries are set up because the world, the national, you know what I'm saying, the UN or the world national powers, they all got collective businesses together. So just like a state, every state got their own laws because they're their own corporation. So Florida is its own corporation. New York is its own corporation. You know what I'm saying? Texas is its own corporation. So they all got different stimulations into their rules and regulations. So that's how it's looked at as well. You are a corporation, so you represent the straw man name. So to obtain, you know, your freedom or basically to obtain, you know, getting out of the stipulations, you have to claim that you're alive because they consider you dead because you're a paper entity in their eyes. The straw man is a paper entity, is a cap letter paper entity that they made for you to represent. But
So
you don't
for the people that's watching and listening, like it's a straw man, like a physical person, and if he is or if she's not, as anybody that's born, do they get a straw man? Everybody get
Everybody,
one straw man?
everybody that's born in America, as far as I know, that's born in America and get a birth certificate and social security card will have a straw man. And you only have one straw man because you only have one name. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, don't say so. If I made it, don't say so, DS the Prophet, that would be my straw man. You understand? If my mom's named me DS the Prophet, that would be my straw man. You know what I'm saying? That's who I will have to obtain the live rights for. And when I mean obtain the live rights, like, okay, you have a birth certificate, but in the eyes of the government, that birth certificate don't mean you're alive. It just means that your straw man is alive. So your birth certificate is just a straw. It's a count put in the treasury because they're using you as paying taxes. They're getting money off you. So you are opening an account. They're making money for them. So basically, what I'm saying is that, like, to get out of that, you have to obtain, your freedom, and the freedom is basically, getting your live birth certificate and just
So where do people go to get their live birth certificate?
Well, a lot of times it basically be the hospital they was born at, or you could basically check vital check, and you might pay a little extra more, because they're searching to find your information. But if you don't know the hospital, you basically could just go to the hospital and just say, yo, I need my live birth certificate for legal purposes. You always say legal purposes because they will not give you your real birth certificate, your live birth certificate, if it's not for legal purposes, because that paper is on bond paper. It's a legal bond paper. You know what I'm saying? So that is only dealt with in court or in treasuries or stuff like that. That's money because it's worth money. You know what I'm saying? To the government. You know what I'm saying? But it's really not the paper that's worth money. It's your signature that's worth the money. Whatever you sign on, that is your money. You're putting money into an account. If you go to the bank and the bank say, yo, the capital on your name is the straw man, whatever, and you sign this, your straw man is liable for that money because you put your name on that account. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I tell anybody is that I'm in the process of doing too. I'm not perfect enough. I'm in the process. I'm learning the information so I can make it an easy process for me and for everybody else that's trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? Is obtaining your live birth certificate. That will be the first thing you have to do to actually clear yourself for the straw man. And basically, like I said, the straw man is just more of a fake entity that you have to bury in the eyes of the government. So once you obtain your live birth certificate and make the state know and the federal will know that you are alive, you are in charge of that account. So now you can actually go and apply for the money that they have in the savings bond. You can actually go and apply for Social Security taxes that they holding. You can actually apply for your birth certificate stock bond that nobody knows that's on the stock market, because everything is on the stock market. This whole shit is about the stock market. Yeah, my boy. Nah, but yeah, like I was saying, like that is the main reason why the straw man is about is to control your assets and to keep us in the bottom. We will never be able to move up. The rich is gonna always stay rich because this is what they've been doing for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So now we behind the information. You know what I'm saying? So now the more we read, the more we learn. All this shit is the same shit. It never changed. This shit everything is in books. They said they hid everything in books because they knew we wouldn't read it.
So do you think
that's,
do you
yeah.
think some of these celebrities like Jay-Z, all them guys, and you think that they got their birth certificate, their original birth certificate? You think they know about this stuff?
Oh yeah, of course, of course, of course. When you ask, when I even the subliminal messages when I was listening to Jay-Z, he said he got his passport stamped everywhere. That means he don't have an ID card no more. He don't need an ID card no more. He's a sovereign, meaning that he's his own entity. He's in control of his name. His name is he's in control of his own strawman. Meaning that everything is basically probably not even in his name no more. He probably have it in trust funds and LLCs and shit like that. Because that's what you would do once you clear your straw man and make yourself alive to the government. You take everything out your name. Why? Because you don't want that in your name. That's your name. You put in an LLC. So now instead of having what you call as your name as a cap, now you can have your name in caps, but put TM at the end. Make it a trademark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you can make a business and make an LLC and have all your money and your stuff go into it. Because why? An EIN is a social security card. It's a social number. Nobody knows that that's the company's business social security number.
Yeah.
Is an EIN. So once you get that, when they ask you to file your taxes, what they say, oh, your social security or EIN. Wow, that's it. Your business will be running through your EIN. Your taxes will be running through your business, your LLC. You won't have to have your name incorporated with that. And your straw man will be dead. But the whole main thing of getting the information out is letting people know that this shit is going on. Like, people don't understand, like, the government is so crooked and so crazy with the way they run things. They will run us to the ground because they want to stay on top. That's why if this information ever gets out the way it should be, it will be anarchy because the government is going to go down completely, meaning that there won't be no government because we wouldn't need them to hold. Like, so, all right, let me explain. We paying taxes. Paying taxes for what? For a government to oversee us, cops killing people. What government do you have that you're paying taxes to be protected, but you don't even feel safe in your own, neighborhood, your own, city or whatever. So my whole thing about it is you can govern it yourself. You know what I'm saying? With all the rules and all that, once you really start reading and people start really reading the laws, like going back and reading the laws, y'all gonna understand that it's a whole nother level. They speak different, they talk different, and everything is done through paperwork. It's no arguments. You can't argue in the court. You know what I'm saying? Everything, when you have lawyers and stuff, that's actors. That's in their eyes, they're actors. This is entertainment to them. You know what I'm saying? So, basically you defending yourself, but you got to understand, you got to know how to speak to them to defend yourself. Because when you speak in regular term, they speak in legal needs. So you lost in whatever you're doing. So you need to learn that, and then you can obtain, everything else. Because like I said, once you know what you know, there's nothing they can tell you. And there's people that already got their sovereignty. There's people that already got their money from Social Security and claimed their money from birth certificate, stock bonds. Pardon me. But so there is people that's already doing it. And then you have your Masons and you have your Moors that have their own, sovereignty because they know this information. You understand? So, to get this information, you will either have to be part of their group or you will have to do a lot of reading and soul searching and knowing that, listen, this shit don't feel right. Like whatever they telling me is not really the truth.
So once people like get their live birth certificate and let the government know that, okay, they're not dead, they're alive, how do they go check whatever's bond, the money? How do they go check the amount they have?
Now, basically, you can basically you can check the amount that you have right there on this calculate the value of your paper savings bond on a Treasury Direct. This website is a official government, website, and they give you information on everything. Basically, it states if you're trying to claim for people who's not alive, who's dead, anything, just like stuff that, Treasury, they got treasure hunt, they got, the savings bond, located, just things like, in case your family had stocks put in away a long time ago that you never knew, you could find out. But basically what I was saying with here was, it's a trick that you can find out how much your bond or your Social Security or your birth certificate is worth. So basically, like I was going to say here, where it says series, you would go to series if you was looking. Say if you was born from 1950 to maybe 1980, you would go to an E-bond. An E-bond would basically, because each bond is for different, age groups or for different years that they had it. So, you may have to play for it. I don't know, some people was younger, some people was older. So if you was born before 1950, you would go in an E-bond. If you was born in 1981, you'll probably go to an EE bond. And I think an I bond is maybe a little later on, maybe 2000 and up or something like that. But basically what you would do from there is you'll go to your, the money and where it says $50, and you will go and you will put it to the highest amount. So you'll put that for 10,000, and your bond series. That's where you will use the back of your Social Security, the back of your Social Security, or your Social Security number. You can do it two ways. So the back of your Social Security is maybe a number in red and black that will start with a letter, and it will have numbers behind it. You will put that in there, or you could just put your Social Security because it's all linked in the bank. If I'm not mistaken, I think your Social Security is your routing account, and the birth certificate is either a treasury account for the years of the people. But I'll get more information on it, but that's basically just a little bit. But basically you will go to your issue date and you will put the year you was born. So whatever year you was born, so if that was, June, you will put, 06, 2007. And then you would just go and you would check your information. Once you go to calculate, that will calculate how much your bond is worth in the treasury right now. Now, people be like, wow, that's crazy. Nah, it's not real. It is real because the treasury bond is connected to the actual Federal Reserve. So whatever is in the Federal Reserve or whatever they have in account hooked to that name or that Social Security number or whatever will pop up in a system. They tell you, don't do this because they don't want you to know the information or what's really going on. That this is actually money in there. Now, once you obtain your birth certificate, now this is more information that y'all probably gonna have to do more research on, but we're gonna talk more about it. Once you obtain your live birth certificate, you have to get it certified by the state, Secretary of State, state office, whatever. You will have to get it certified by the state saying you are the live, agent, and you're taking over the account of your strawman, because your strawman is an entity, meaning that an entity in their eyes is a live person in paper, but you a live person in real life. So you can't go to a court and represent the straw man because you're really a live person. So the whole thing about it, they keep that all in your eyes. So they make you think, oh, you the straw man, but you're really not. You're just a paper entity. You supposed to represent the corporation but they never told you how to represent to obtain your corporation. And that's why we in the predicament that we in now. Because if we had control of our straw man, we know that we can make our own money. Meaning if I sign my name and take a promissory note to the bank and say, oh, listen, I need $10,000 and I'm telling you that I'm gonna work and give you this and this and that, they gotta oblige to that. They got to accept that. Nobody knows that because nobody never talks about it, because this is all law. Everything is through paper. So your social security card is a straw man, but your signature is the bank.
So basically, what do you hope the bank, like kind of you the bank, so the bank loan another bank money or something like that, and you said they can't reject you.
Well, no, they can't. See, now let me explain you with that, my boy. That's crazy because the bank, we don't have no money. The U.S. don't have no money. The paper, the dollar bill is not worth shit. It's not worth nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? For real talk, it's not worth nothing. So the only value on that money is you. You go to work, you wake up every day, you give energy. Your energy is money. Yeah, to the corporation, you being alive, you are a generating bank. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting rich off of you, and you don't even know they're getting rich off of you. So when you go to the bank and you say, okay, I want to get a loan, they like, yeah, they go on their computers and they type in their information and this and that, and they'll give you a paper and they'll say, hey, this, you're giving $10,000 and this and that. Not only do you not know that you already got the $10,000. The $10,000 is already there. It's already there. When they bring up that other 10,000 that they're putting on the paper, that's the other 10,000 that you're gonna have to pay them back. So now you're gonna owe 20,000. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So when you sign your name on that paper, you're basically making that paper alive. You're bringing that paper money. You're giving it value because you put your signature saying that I will pay you, I will work and give you this money back. Yeah. And the bank is going to take this information and sell it to the highest bidder. Because that's where your debt get big. Because the bank is not coming for you. The debt, the collection company is coming. You understand what I'm saying? So they're selling your information to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? So when your house is getting repo and said, yeah, the bank got their name on it, but that's not the collection company that's getting it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole blinding thing. So when you really do your research, you find out that you are the bank. You give the bank power. If you know what you're doing, once you take over your straw man and your name, you could go on there with a promissory note, like, yo, I'm putting my signature, and get the bank to sign with you, because it's the paperwork that the bank gives to you. You only put your signature. There's nobody else putting their signature on it.
Okay, so you get your birth certificate, then you go to the state, then they got to review it and they sign off on it. You become your own strawman. Now, are you still a U.S. citizen?
Yes, you're still a U.S. citizen, because then you will have to, that if you really want to go to that extent, you will have to get rid of all your information. You will have to get rid of your social security card. You will have to get rid of your ID, driver's license.
Okay.
Why I say that is because the only thing that you will need to represent you as far as an ID card will be your passport. You will not need nothing else other than your passport, because what the government do, you're a corporation. So to get a license, you got to go to the DMV. You got to sign your signature to get a license, right? The DMV is a corporation. When you are working for the corporation, you are driving a commercial vehicle. So you're not driving your vehicle, you're driving for the USA. Meaning that once you part of the corporation, everything that you have or got is owned by the US because they own you. They own your strawman.
So is that the same reason why when we get a driver license or a credit card, like we have to sign in the back?
Yeah. Because you're bringing life to that paperwork, to that identification card. You're bringing life to that because their signature is you, meaning that whatever you put your name on represent you. So if you represent the straw man, you're representing the tax, you're representing the debt, you're representing everything that the US have in corporation. That's why when they say you get your live birth certificate to get out of the whole situation. And I'm gonna tell you one analogy that's crazy that I was talking to my people. If you ever seen that movie Us, that movie Us is everything that I'm talking about right now. The straw man. Why? It was two families. You had one family that was regular human beings, whatever, and then you had another family that what they call the doppelganger, whatever, but that was the paper entity. They didn't know nothing. They wasn't, that subliminal thought. They was trying to take over them. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing was basically like, the whole message of both of those movies was get out US.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, my fault, bro.
So that the same thing with student loans.
Oh yes.
Because I seen how they can just transfer, like you have student loan debt, then another company would take over that student loan debt. So they just keep passing your student loan debt to each company, each corporation, as you say.
It's the same thing. Like when I bought my crib, man. Like I had with the mortgage broker, I had this one company. Then they sold it to another company and resold it to another company. They just keep bouncing it around and around and around.
It's crazy, bro. And it's and the whole thing about it is that we don't know none of this shit is happening. So we can't correct it, you know what I'm saying? Because we so behind, we so behind in information. So like that's why I'm glad that internet, because back in my day, I'm a little older than y'all, you know what I'm saying? But back in my days, we didn't have all this internet, viral stuff. Everything was basically, outside word of mouth. I talk, I see, we go from there. But this is why I like it right now, because there's so much information that can get out. There's so much, stuff that we can pass out. There's so much people that's young, that's learning about this stuff, that's attaining this information. If I had this information when I was their age doing that, I'll be on a whole nother level right now.
So what is it like for the government not to come after you if you know all this information? Because obviously they don't want us to know. So somebody go through the process, get their live birth certificate by the state, they become a strong man and get control of the bond and whatever. So what is it for the government not to come after you?
That's the thing. The government put fear into people. They're not gonna come after you because you're doing something. You could once y'all do some of the reading on what common law is, and what the government law is running, and the government law they have corporation law. You got common law, your corporation law. Common law is blood, your rights. Corporation law don't apply to you, but it applies to your straw man. So that's why, you have to free yourself from the corporation, so you can control your straw man and they won't have to control you. Because the whole thing about it is that once you control your straw man, they can't just take everything the fuck they want to take out of you, because shit won't be in your name no more. Remember, your name is the straw man. They only have ties to you because of your name. Once you get rid of that name, or not get rid of your name, but once you take that name out of the straw man's entity, meaning that you're killing the straw man, your name is now free. Now you are born as a live person. Now you can use your name as a trademark, or you can use your corporation or name or something else as your LLC and represent you as a person. So when you sign your name, you could just sign your name as whatever. You know, sign your name or whatever. Whatever your LLC is, whatever your corporation is, that's you. You will be your own strawman instead of the government being. It's so deep, bro. That's why I say it's a rabbit hole. Once you find out that they doing this, then you're gonna find out something else. Then you're gonna find out, you're gonna be like, what? I need to get the hell out of here, man. This shit crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
it seems like you got, like I said, you got a lot of information that we got to do more research on, and you know, for you could get more information to the people. You know, because I know you're doing your research right now and you digging in deep. You know what I'm saying? But you know, definitely we're gonna have you back once you get more stuff, more information for the people. Definitely gonna have you back. You know, but boss, any last words, boss?
I mean, you know, there's new information to me. It's great information. A lot of people don't know. I didn't know about it most certainly. So, we definitely got to do a part 2 for sure.
Yeah. So I'm actually, DS, do you have like an Instagram or like a Facebook they can follow you on that's probably try to reach out to you?
Yeah. Well, yo, listen. You know, I do music too. So, you know, not only am I, you know, doing this and about to do a book, you know, starting up on writing a book soon. But yeah, you can check out me on Instagram. It's _ DS the Prophet 24. So, you know, just go up there, you know, check me out. You know, I'm up there.
Okay. Cause you know how y'all watching a movie, man, and the people that know something, boy, the next time you trying to find it, you can't find them. They go missing.
But I want y'all listen, movies. I do want y'all to check out a couple of movies, like, you know, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Okay. That's one movie that have a lot to do with the government and fighting and taking over your entity, not entity, but, you know, it's subliminal messages that have a lot to do with even the Strawman too. And Interstate 60 is another movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got to be into this stuff really to be watching it to really get the message of what's going on, you know. But yeah, bro, we definitely gonna have to, you know, do some more, you know, research and learn some more stuff. But definitely, it was a good time, man. You know.
Okay. So, but like I said, guys, you know, we come back trying to get something different. You know, instead of crypto, that you got to know what's going on, and that's what it's all about, trying to get informed on stuff that's going on in the world, man. Because, like you said, the money is not there, man. It's not what it is. So, once again, we want to thank DS, the Prophet, coming on with the TNS Bosses Inc. You know, once again. So, you know, like I say, anything, we out of here. See you next time.
Yes.